Here's how to calm your mind and stop binge eating for good. I've struggled a lot with binge eating in the past. I used to be 40 pounds heavier and I hated the way I looked and felt at that weight. But a thing that a lot of people forget is that in order to lose weight and feel better in your body, you need to focus on your mind first. I just came across this great acronym that I think is super helpful in those moments when you're tempted to overeat or eat emotionally. The acronym is RAIN and it stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. The first step is to recognize when you're tempted to emotionally eat or overeat. And this is huge. I personally, when I'm in a binge eating episode, I don't realize that I'm binge eating or emotionally overeating until I wake up and there's like wrappers all around me. So this step is all about recognizing our temptation to emotionally overeat before acting on it. That way we can stop ourselves in the act and realize when we're experiencing a craving for food that's not actually driven by true hunger. This first step is often the key in breaking this cycle of emotional and overeating. The A is for allowing or accepting the fact that you just want to dive headfirst into a box of donuts or chocolate or whatever, and to just sit with that feeling. Let that feeling exist without acting on it right away. That way you can give yourself permission for that feeling to coexist with you, for it to exist. You can observe it without judgment or guilt. It's important to know that that feeling or craving isn't going to hurt you. It's not dangerous. It's not going to do anything to you. So sitting with it is okay. And usually after a while, it will pass. Just having a craving or a thought like that doesn't reflect poorly on you, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean that you've failed. So letting yourself feel those feelings and observe them without fear and judgment can help you develop healthier relationships to food. The I is for investigate. Get curious as to why you're having those cravings for sugars or salty foods in the first place. Maybe you didn't have enough carbs earlier in the day. Maybe you didn't have enough fats or protein in your last meal. Or maybe you're feeling tired, stressed, lonely, frustrated, or maybe you just want to procrastinate. After you have identified why you might be feeling this way, then ask yourself whether there's a non-food related way where you can get what you need. And finally, the N is for nurture. And this is the self-compassion piece. Everybody is pulled towards emotional or mindless eating at one point or another. Struggling or even giving in to emotional overeating doesn't make you a bad person. It's just something that happens as a response to certain triggers for certain people. By approaching ourselves with love and compassion, we can start to break free from that shame and guilt cycle that so often keeps us in this binge eating downward spiral. And then after going through all those steps of the RAIN acronym, you can decide how to best proceed. This process isn't meant to be a surefire way to keep you from stuffing your face. It's your body and you have full autonomy over all your decisions. This process is just about slowing down and reflecting on what's going on with you, and then making a choice from that calmer place instead. This is just one strategy which can help you get in touch with your intuition and develop a healthier relationship to your mind and to food.